waiting. He tried to strangle her. It didn't work out. He couldn't stomach it. And so then he later went, shot her in the chest.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy Buck Breeze, Mr. No Slacking himself. No slacking involved. It's bad for your health. I'm a shake boy, shake time. Know what I'm talking about? Can I hit y'all with this real quick and slide, man? Got some shit I gotta do. You know what I mean? All my shakers, I need y'all to check in, man. And everything shaking, tap in with your boy. You know what I'm talking about? It's your boy, man, Buck Breeze. Let's get it. Yo, today we got something crazy, man. Yo, this shit wild, man. So a married man kills his niece after he got her pregnant and dumps her on a landfill. Like, I don't know what type of shit be going on nowadays. I ain't even gonna like try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get into this, man. Yeah. So yeah, let's jump right into this, man. See what's good.
He had her sitting in a vehicle, waiting. He tried to strangle her. It didn't work out. He couldn't stomach it. And so then he later went, shot her in the chest. And then he proceeded to discard the body by taking the body and putting it in transporting it into a dumpster.
What? All right. Let's get into this crazy shit.
This is the story of Iyanna Sawyer, a 16-year-old girl who went missing in Jacksonville, Florida, in 2018. She was 5 months pregnant.
Damn. Hold up. A 16-year-old girl. This title, Married Man Kills Niece After He Got Her Pregnant. I didn't know that she was gonna be 16 and 15 and a little kid. Like, man, come on, man. This shit just be getting out of hand, man.
At the time of her disappearance, and her family was desperate to find her. But what they didn't know was that the father of her unborn child was her own uncle, Jonathan Quiles, 38, who had been abusing her for months. And he had a sinister plan to get rid of her and the baby. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes.
I hate shit like
Subscribe
this.
and hit the like button for more
I
stories.
hate shit like this.
New
Y'all.
information has been...
Like, I really don't want to even really do this one. You know what I mean? Because I don't like shit like this. You know what I'm saying? But we already going, man. Let's go.
Released by prosecutors, our Shelby Danielson has been going through
Ass
it.
nigga.
I want to warn you, you might find the information disturbing.
Iyanna Sawyer was born on June 6, 2002, in Jacksonville, Florida. She was the youngest of 4 siblings. She grew up in a close-knit family that supported her dreams and aspirations. She attended Terry Parker High School, where she was a sophomore and a good student. She was described by her family and friends as a beautiful, smart, talented, and loving girl. She had a passion for music and dance, and she participated in several school events and competitions. She dreamed of becoming a singer or a dancer someday, and she admired artists like Beyoncé and Rihanna. Jonathan Quiles was born on June 6, 1985, in Puerto Rico. He moved to Jacksonville when he was 18 years old and married Naomi Mobley, who was Iyanna's aunt by marriage. They had 3 children together. Jonathan worked as a mechanic at Ace Pick-a-Part, a junkyard in Jacksonville. He was also a devout Christian who attended church regularly. Jonathan met Iyanna when she was about 10 years old, and they developed a close relationship as uncle and niece. Jonathan,
But he was not her real uncle.
often helped Iyanna with her
That's the shit right there. You gotta be careful with shit like that.
homework, gave her rides to school, and bought her gifts. He
That's what you call grooming.
also became a father figure to Iyanna, who did not have a stable relationship with her biological father. However, behind this seemingly innocent bond, there was a dark and sinister secret. Jonathan began to sexually abuse Iyanna when she was 15 years old, in 2017. He manipulated her into believing that he loved her more than his wife and that they were meant to be together. He also threatened
Uh-oh. Look at this. The text, y'all. Pause it so you can read it. Very aggravated right now. I'm going to hit you later. Yeah, so I need you to be like 100 with me at all times. I'm just so in love with you. I'll kill you and cry. What? Iyanna, hold up. And that's from her? I'll kill you and cry. What the fuck? I'm confused by that right there. All right.
threatened to harm her or himself if she ever told anyone about their affair. He sent her text messages saying that he was just so in love with her that he would kill her and cry, and that she was stuck
Oh, that was him writing that. I thought that was her message. All right.
with him until she died.
9/7/2018, 12:21.
See, I thought it was her message because it said Yana. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's just, you know, how it looks when he writes to her.
Yeah, so I need you to be like 100% with me at all times. I'm just so in love with you, I'll kill you and cry.
He also said that he loved her way too much to let her go. Iana was confused and scared by
Sick.
Jonathan's behavior, but she also felt attached to him and hoped that he would leave his wife for her. He did not stop abusing
Young girl's mistake every time. They be thinking that that older man is going to leave the home he got for them. That's because he be feeding their head with all this shit. He fuck around, be spending more time with that girl, little girl, than what he's doing at home with his own damn wife or whatever. You know what I mean? Young ladies, man, don't be falling victim to fucking fuck dudes like that. All right? If that dude got a wife and all that shit, he ain't gonna leave that wife. If he gonna leave that wife, and tell him to introduce you to the wife, okay? As the girlfriend then, all right? If he gonna leave her. Fuck.
Iana. He also preyed on Iana's sister, who was 14 years old at the time. He started to molest her in 2018, around the
Shit gets deeper.
same time that he impregnated Iana. He also convinced Iana to have an abortion when she became pregnant with his child. He gave abortion pills to Iana, but she wanted to continue with the pregnancy. Jonathan's abuse of his nieces went unnoticed by his wife and other family members for
He was getting her and the sister, though? Like, how this shit wasn't, like, people don't be paying attention no more, huh?
months. He managed to hide his tracks by deleting his text messages, using different phones, and lying about his whereabouts. He also used
Look at him. He looked like a goddamn creep right there. He looks like a motherfucking creep right there. Shit.
his religious image and his authority as an uncle to
Right there, too.
gain their trust and silence. On December 19, 2018,
Nigga look like somebody be parked out of motherfucking middle schools and shit.
Iana left her school during her lunch period. She told her friends that she was going to meet someone named Jose, which was
Look, parked outside of their middle school, see?
the pseudonym used by Iana's sister for Jonathan to keep his identity a secret. He was supposed to take Iana away from her problems. She got into her car, a red Honda Civic, and drove out of the school parking lot. Iana's family reported her missing
Her car? She had a car? 15? Okay, that's what's up.
later that day when she did not come home or answer their calls. They also learned that she was 5 months pregnant.
16.
They suspected that Jonathan had something to do with her disappearance, but they did not know where he could have taken her. The police launched an investigation into Iana's case, but they faced many challenges. They had no witnesses who saw Iana leave the school or get into another vehicle. They had no surveillance footage that captured her movements. They had no leads on where she could have gone or who she could have met. They also had no idea that Jose was actually Jonathan Quiles. The police did not give up on finding Iana. They interviewed her family, friends, classmates, and teachers. They searched her car, her phone, her social media accounts, and her belongings. They also issued a statewide
So they found a car there.
alert for her and asked the public for any information that could help locate her. As they dug deeper into Iana's case, they began to uncover some disturbing clues. They found out that Iana had been sexually active with an older man, and that she had been receiving threatening messages from him. They also
One of the friends probably told that.
discovered that Iana had confided in her sister about her relationship with Jonathan and that her sister had
Or maybe they went through the text message records.
also been abused by him. The police then focused their attention on Jonathan as a person of interest in Iana's disappearance. They questioned him several times, but he denied any involvement or knowledge of what happened to her.
Nearly 5 months since a local pregnant
Yeah.
high school student disappeared, we're now seeing newly released evidence involving the prime suspect, her uncle.
So many of you have been reading this story on News4Jax.com all day. These are still the last images of 15-year-old Iana Sawyer. Surveillance shows her leaving Terry Parker High School before she vanished December 3rd.
See, they said 15. See what I'm saying? 15, 16. It says 16 on the thing, but they saying 15.
3rd. Sawyer's uncle, Jonathan Quiles, is in the Duval County Jail on unrelated sexual battery charges, but police say he is a suspect in her pregnancy.
But why are they saying uncle? I'm trying to understand. He's not the real uncle. They just said that he was the boyfriend of her aunt. So how the fuck does that make him the goddamn uncle? What the fuck?
And disappearance. New details have just been released by the state attorney's office. News4Jax reporter Janice Harris has been reading through the information. Janice, what have you found?
Joy, a lot of information has been found. Quiles is in jail for a sexual battery charge.
That's him right there, y'all. Interrogation room.
On the missing teens for one of the missing teens' relatives. But police also question him about Iana Sawyer's disappearance.
It's January 8th, 2019. Jonathan Quiles sits in an interrogation room wearing work clothes as he waits for detectives. That same day, he was arrested and charged with sexual battery with a minor. That minor is related to missing teen Iana Sawyer. Sawyer is Quiles' niece. Quiles told investigators that he was accused of sexual assault by family members when he told them to stop causing conflict with his wife.
Because this is a sister matter type of deal, I can't do it no more. I'm done with it.
He recalls the act.
How was this? Somebody jump in the comments and help me. Did I hear something wrong in the beginning? Because they saying this is his niece. I thought that was the lady that he was messing with niece. Am I wrong?
Accusations.
That I think Jonathan has been,
I could be just high, y'all.
Inappropriate with. Now they question them girls separately, together, and it's been nope. He's never been inappropriate with me.
The investigator explains that she is handling a missing persons case. That missing person is Iana Sawyer. They found a love note on her computer. They believe it is about Quiles.
And so they're finding stuff on the computer that she's authoring. That's implying a sexual relationship with you. Almost like a love affair.
The detectives tell Quiles they have also found his DNA, but it's not clear if it's tied to Sawyer or someone else.
So there would be no reason to have any of your DNA.
Nope.
Now just know DNA could mean here as well.
Nope, not at all.
Investigators ask Quiles about Sawyer. Quiles explains he doesn't know where Iana Sawyer is located.
I have no idea where to find her. She never told me anything about running away, and I can't give you any information I don't have about her, period.
He claimed that he had a normal and platonic relationship with Iana. He also said that he was at work on the day that Iana went missing and that he had an alibi to prove it. However, the police did not buy his story. They obtained his phone records, which showed that he had been in contact with Iana on the day of her disappearance.
Oh, that's the day she disappeared? He wrote that? Why they blurred out this shit though right here?
And that he had deleted some of his messages. They also checked his work records, which showed that he had clocked out early on that day and that he had taken a red minivan from the junkyard without permission.
You silly ass dude. I can't tell you any information on where she is and any information I don't have. Motherfucker, you know you was lying. You knew it was gonna catch up to your dumb ass. Why even try to lie like that?
Police then tracked down the red minivan, which was found abandoned in a wooded area near Jonathan's home.
Wow.
They searched the vehicle and found traces of blood and DNA that matched Iana's. They also found a bullet hole in the back seat and a spent shell casing nearby. The police then arrested Quiles.
This motherfucker was crazy. He was dead serious when he said, I'll kill you and I'll cry. Like, what the fuck, dude? He was like that? Like, dude, she was a little girl. You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you about them dudes, man, that like to run around here messing with little girls, man. You know what I mean? So you niggas like doing shit like that, man. Yo, we know about y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know why you do what you do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know why? Because a female, that's a real female, won't tolerate that bullshit that you be trying to put out. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta go try to fuck with a little girl or some other shit like that. You know what I mean? Because that shit don't work. That's what's really going on with you fuck niggas.
Quiles on January 10, 2019, and charged him with murder in the death of Iana Sawyer and her unborn child.
This missing 16-year-old pregnant high schooler's body has never been found. but her uncle has been charged in her murder. And tonight we're getting a look at hundreds of photos,
Couldn't they find out if the baby was his or not?
pages of evidence, and interviews.
We met with the grand jury today on your case as well as several others, and you are being indicted on first-degree murder.
He took that kind of calm. When they told him that, he ain't really had no reaction. That shows his bitch ass is guilty. You see how his reaction was like just kind of plain and dull, was nothing really? Look, peep it.
Body has never been found, but her uncle has been.
They tell you got indicted on murder, life. You about to get life? Like your reaction is gonna be something.
And tonight we're getting a look at hundreds of photos, pages of evidence, and interviews.
We met with the grand jury today on your case as well as several others, and you are being indicted on first-degree murder.
Look at him. Look at him. Look. No facial expression. Yeah, I guess they got me.
Our team has been looking through these photos, videos, and documents all evening.
And it includes that video of Jonathan Quiles talking with investigators that you just saw. News4Jax reporter Janice Harris taking the lead on these documents. And Janice, I know you've been reporting on this case since Ayanna went missing in December of 2018, I should say. So tell us about the new tidbits that we're learning tonight.
Yeah, it's difficult information to review, but the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has spent endless hours investigating and searching for evidence that would help tell police what happened to Ayanna Sawyer before, during, and after her murder.
Hundreds of photos and page after page of evidence, but still 16-year-old pregnant Ayanna Sawyer's body has not been found. New discovery evidence shows that investigators went here to Ace Pick Apart, a vehicle salvage business on North Main Street. Police searched through 300 tons of trash debris, 5,529 tons of trash debris as well. It's the same.
See, he works at the junkyard, so it's all kinds of shit he could have did with her body.
Business where Jonathan Quiles worked. Quiles sits in jail accused of murdering Sawyer, his niece, who police believe was pregnant with his child. These photos show just some of the evidence found at Quiles' job. Pieces of paper and underwear. While police are searching for clues.
Yo, come on, man. Get that off my screen. Okay, hold up, man. That like little girl underwear, man. Like, for real, dude? Like...
Enough evidence to charge Quiles with murder. This video shows the moment.
We've met before. My name's Detective Adam.
Hey.
Detective Guthrie. I've got some new information to give you. That's why we brought you over today. All right. We met with the grand jury today on your case as well as several others, and you are being indicted on first-degree murder. The third count is going to be sexual battery. Okay. We need to advise you of that.
He like, yeah, and.
All right.
All right.
We would like to talk to you if you're willing to speak with us.
I have an attorney that's representing me, but she doesn't want me to talk to nobody without her being present.
That's fine. I respect that.
DNA evidence has also been obtained. In this red Mercury car, police found blood, and they also obtained a 2006 Buick Lucerne. In a pile of debris, a Terry Parker High School library book was found from the same school that Ayanna Sawyer attended. No one has seen her since the last day she walked.
Yo, he could have did some shit with her, man, at that junkyard. He could have put her in one of them cars and got the car crushed down to pieces. Like, that's crazy.
Walked out of school and was never found.
We want to hear your side of the story. Where's Ayanna? Now's your chance. Where's Ayanna?
Any questions, you could talk to my lawyer.
Who's your lawyer?
Christine Michelle.
Okay.
Yo, he taking that shit to the grave with him. He ain't gonna never tell where her body at.
Well, do you...
Well, they ain't gonna find her body, most likely. Now it's probably burned or crushed up or something weird.
Have details about where she is?
I can't discuss anything at this time.
Are you telling the detectives, the investigators?
I can't discuss anything at this time.
Did you
Dumbass nigga, he shot her? Like, what?
impregnate her?
Can't discuss anything at this time.
What about a message for her family? They're obviously going through hell right now. She's missing. Nobody knows where she is.
I can't discuss anything. Any questions, you could go ahead and contact my lawyer. She'll be more than happy to answer any questions you guys got.
Are you forthcoming with everybody?
Again, I have no comment.
Jonathan pleaded not guilty to the murder charges and maintained his innocence throughout his trial. His defense team argued that the evidence against him was circumstantial and unreliable and that there was no proof that Iyanna was dead or that he had killed her. They also suggested that
the drawers in the car with her DNA on it, in the blood, what
that
the
Iyanna
fuck? In the shell casing?
Could have run away with someone else, or that she could have been kidnapped by a stranger.
And the car happily end up where he work at.
However, the prosecution presented a strong case against Jonathan, based on the physical evidence. The most damning testimony came from Jonathan's own brother, Joseph Quiles, who told the court that Jonathan had confessed to him that he had shot Iyanna in the head, put her
That was the interview we seen in the beginning.
Her body in a dumpster
Let's
and
get into
ditched
that.
her car. Joseph also said that Jonathan had asked him to help him get rid of the evidence, but he refused.
Explosive testimony in
Put her body in a dumpster.
court during the Jonathan Quilles murder trial.
He tried to strangle her. It didn't work out. He couldn't stomach it. And so then he later went, shot her in the chest.
That was Joseph Quilles on the stand today.
He was testifying against his younger brother, 38-year-old Jonathan Quilles. Police say back in 2018,
What y'all think about that, man? You think the brother's wrong for testifying against his brother? Or you think he right? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. His brother did some fuck shit. His brother did some real fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Is that what you think? Like, shit, I don't think he was wrong. His brother did some fuck shit. Know what I mean? That ain't snitching. When it come down to a motherfucker killing a little girl, like, nigga, no. You going down, motherfucker.
Jonathan Quilles killed his wife's 16-year-old niece, Iyanna Sawyer, after...
See? The wife's 16-year-old niece. So why the fuck they kept calling it his niece? It's not his niece. When they was looking for her, they should have never said anything about her being his niece. That's not his niece. Straight up, it's a guy, and that's the wife's niece. Straight up.
After getting the teen pregnant. And then prosecutors say he dumped her body, which was never found. News4JAX reporter Eric Avanier joining us now live outside the Duval County Courthouse, where the jury not only heard
That is so fucked up.
testimony from Quilles' brother, but also a jailhouse recording, Eric.
He fucked with her, got her pregnant, and then killed her? Like, it's her fault?
And an attorney not affiliated with this case says that jailhouse recording is an example of how anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. And in this case, that recording sounds a lot like a confession.
When Joseph Quilles took the witness stand, he told the court he was living in New York when his younger brother, Jonathan Quilles, called him and said he got 16-year-old Iyanna Sawyer pregnant. Sawyer was his wife's niece. Joseph Quilles told the court that his brother told him he did not want to ruin his family. Then he said his brother eventually confessed to something even more disturbing.
He then said that he took the young lady and he had her sitting in a vehicle. He picked her up. He had her sitting in a vehicle, waiting. He tried to strangle her. It didn't work out. He couldn't stomach it. And so then he later went, shot her in the chest. And then he proceeded to discard the body by taking the body and putting it transporting it into a dumpster and destroying the vehicle.
Knowing Sawyer was reported missing, Joseph Quilles called the police and told them what his brother said.
I made the decision based upon it's not about the brotherhood, it's about a missing young girl.
Another testimony came from 2 jail inmates who shared a cell with Jonathan while he was awaiting trial. They said that Jonathan had admitted to them that he had killed Iyanna because she was pregnant with his child, and that he had disposed of her body in a landfill.
The court also heard an audio recording of a conversation between Jonathan Quilles and 2 other inmates inside the Duval County Jail. One of those 2 inmates.
A recording? How they get it recording them talking inside the jail? They recording niggas in the jail now?
Was wearing a wire.
Oh, somebody want to get their time cut. Yo, somebody want to get their time cut. They say, yo, listen, this dude talking some shit. I get some information on this. You know what I'm saying? Give me the wire. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to get this info. let me get out early time. And like, yeah, but make sure you try to find where's the body. You gotta find out where's the body. Because remember, that's what they want to know, where her body at. They gonna set this dude in. Let's see what he done did.
What you did or how'd you do it? This is after the fact.
2 inmates was wearing a wire.
Did you tell your brother before you did it or how'd you?
2 inmates was wearing a wire. Shit. Both of these niggas want to get their time cut. Niggas say, you ain't doing this shit without me, nigga.
Listen, 2 other inmates inside the Duval County Jail. One of those 2 inmates was wearing a wire.
Did you tell your brother before you did it or how'd you do it? This is after the fact that she was missing. Why were they pointing the finger at you? Because of my brother.
During the recorded conversation, questions were asked about the victim.
Well, you didn't think she was gonna tell. Why did you kill her though? If you didn't think she was gonna tell, or you just felt like it was gonna hit the fan and later on, she was pregnant. You did the right thing. I won't leave my wife either. That. You did the right thing. You should have told your brother. You should have just went to New York and killed him.
And then there was a question.
That nigga played him. You heard how the dude played him? Yo, he acted like, yeah, you did the right thing, man. You did the right thing. He said, shit, you shouldn't have told your brother. You should have went to New York and killed him. Yo, that sounds like a black dude he was talking to too. He fucking worked his ass. He finessed the shit out of him.
Question about dumping the body.
Who helped you? Who helped you get rid of the body?
On September 21st, 2023,
he just came out smiling.
After 6 days of trial and about an hour of deliberations, the jury found Jonathan guilty of first-degree murder in the death of Iyanna and her unborn child. He was also found guilty of
they gotta have fun with him in jail.
Sexual battery on a minor for abusing Iyanna's sister. He now faces a possible death sentence or life imprisonment without parole.
Guilty on all counts. That's what a jury decided for 38-year-old Jonathan Quilles after deliberating less than an hour.
He's the 38-year-old Jacksonville man, now convicted of impregnating and killing his 16-year-old niece. Iyanna Sawyer was last seen in December of 2018. Her body has never been found. Tonight, her family released a statement which reads, "Today, a nearly 5-year nightmare ends with another measure of justice. We thank the jury, the attorneys, law enforcement, and judge, as well as all of our friends and family who reached out when we needed most." Jonathan Quilles has now been found guilty of murder and will go back before a jury to determine his fate on earth, but he chose to end Iyanna's young life. He was a predator, and the jury saw that with ease. We are grateful.
News4JAX reporter Ariel Schiller was in the courtroom when that verdict was read today. Ariel, how did the family react in that moment?
One of her family members hunched over in tears, which is understandable considering the long process for this case. We spoke with John Phillips, the family's lawyer, following the verdict. He says this case is proof that the justice system works.
State of Florida versus Jonathan Jacob Quilles, verdict count 1. Leave the jury found the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment.
A verdict that Iyanna Sawyer's family has been waiting years for. Thursday, it took the jury for the Jonathan Quilles trial nearly 52 minutes to find him guilty on 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of sexual battery of his 16-year-old niece, Sawyer. John Phillips, the Sawyer family attorney, says this case shows the justice system works.
This was a case that was put together well. It was organized well, but you know, the word coincidence came up a lot today, right? And circumstantial. But at some point, accident and coincidence is just murder, and the jury saw through that, you know, real quick.
Belkis Plata, a Jacksonville lawyer not associated with the case, watched the trial and says a quick verdict shows the state put together a case and a timeline that was hard for the defense to poke holes in.
From her leaving Terry Parker, from him leaving his job, from there being a red minivan that leaves the job for this period of time, the text messages to his brother, the conversations with the inmates, you know, the Snapchats, I think everything together established there was a relationship, there was a motive.
Hold up. I ain't see that text before.
You know, the Snapchat.
Hold up. We didn't read that. Hold up. Wrapped her in machinery. Hold up. Look at this. Destroyed the vehicle she was in, had her waiting in his job area. Nobody really goes there. Shot her in the car in the chest. She came there on the premises that they were going to run away together and be a couple. Wrapped her in carpet, used machinery to do it. New dumpster was going to get picked up. would lose his entire family if baby was born, went to shooting range. He went to the shooting range before that shit too?
Messages to
Wow. Will lose entire family if baby was born.
his brother, the conversations with the inmates, the Snapchat.
Look at this. You're just making it all so easy for me to just leave you alone. Goodbye, Yana. I think you should take the bus back home from now on. You seem to have it all figured out. Huh? I'm confused. Okay, look at this top message. It's so funny how you mess up and you decide that you're going to be mad at me because I don't trust you no more and don't want you no more either. This could have all been avoided, but you chose this. This is what you wanted, so now you got it. I just wish I didn't feel so much for you because you wouldn't be an issue for me to get over. But as I always say, it's just a feeling that will pass in time. What the fuck, dude? So he was saying all this because he wanted her to get rid of the baby, I guess. So that's why he was telling her like he can't be with her no more. He's not gonna be with her no more, I guess, and some bullshit like that. Guess he don't want her no more because she wouldn't get rid of the baby. Because remember they said earlier like he gave her some abortion pills, but I don't think she took them. She wanted to keep the baby. So you look down here, it says, I'm not gonna what? Oh, I'm not going to even bother. Y'all both full of shit, and I'm not going to keep stressing over you and your lies. Just know you're something, and you lost something very good to you because you wanted to be a loyal person. Like I said, I hope it was worth it. Yeah, he's probably upset, so texting a little crazy.
I think everything together established there was a relationship, there was a motive behind wanting her not to be around.
Phillips says Ayana's mother is grateful for the guilty verdict, but the situation is still painful.
Not having a body, not knowing where she rests, is a continued open wound. It will always be an open wound.
Sawyer's aunt describes Sawyer as, quote, the definition of if I can believe it, I can achieve it. And she says she was destined for greatness and would often play jokes on her siblings. Sawyer's sister said in her victim impact statement that she suffered mental instability since her sister's murder and that their lives were intertwined. Prosecutors say Quillis murdered Sawyer in 2018 to hide from their family that he got the 16-year-old pregnant. Sawyer had named her unborn daughter Hazel, and her aunt said she was excited to cook for the baby, who she believed already loved her cooking.
Wow.
I watched my family completely fall apart over the years. There were so many ups and downs. This loss left a hole in our hearts that can never be filled. How do we move forward as a family? We kept our faith and awaited our day in court.
Ayana's family also filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Jonathan, seeking damages for their emotional pain and suffering. They said that they hope to find closure and justice for Ayana and her baby. Ayana's case has shocked and saddened many people who knew her or followed her story. Her friends and classmates held vigils and memorials for her at her school and at her church. Her teachers and counselors remembered her as a bright and bubbly person. Our deepest condolences to the family of Ayana Sawyer. May her soul continue to rest in peace.
Yo, man, that's terrible right there, man. You never that shit. Damn. So we guessing that's why they never found the body then, because he probably most likely got her body super crushed up, smashed up, cut up. I don't know, man. That's crazy right there. Dude definitely deserved all that time that he got, man. For real. He shouldn't even get the death penalty. He should get the time. You know what I mean? He should have to fucking sit there and rot. You know what I mean? Word up. Get a nigga life 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, it's your boy, Buck Breeze. Mr. No Slacking himself. No slacking involved. It's bad for your health. Yeah, I'm a shake born shake time. You know what I'm talking about? Let's can hit y'all with this real quick and slide, man. On my shakers, I need y'all to check in, man. Everything shaking, tap in with your boy. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get it.